Imagine hearing a deafening noise outside your house, and when you go to investigate the cause, you find something even more frightening. One Russian man claims he experienced exactly that, but what exactly did he find? Take a look.
No. The deeper you go, the spookier it gets in the woods. But not for these people, who revealed mysteries, recorded adventures, and still, they came out alive. From Bigfoots to skinwalkers, walking cryptids to hidden critters.
Whoa.
Tag along to witness the insane discoveries made in woods that will shock you to your core.
Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude.
UFO sighting. In the woods near a small town, a man observed a strange dark brown disc lying damaged on the ground.
It's been here a long time. I don't think we have to worry about any aliens in there coming out and getting us.
It looked like a UFO from a Hollywood movie. He kept his distance, fearing aliens might come out of it. Slowly, he moved closer while recording everything, but still maintained a distance to be safe. He watched it for a while and then called the police. When officers arrived to investigate, all they found was a strange mark in the dust where the disc had been. It was like it vanished into thin air. The mystery of the UFO left everyone wondering what really happened that day in the woods. Dark Forest Mystery. Now, I don't know what gets people's minds when they decide to go deep into the woods, and that too late at night. I mean, what else do they expect to encounter except these strange creatures?
No.
This group of friends, who were actually looking for their friend, spotted the skinwalker-like figure crawling towards them. It turned on their panic mode and forced them to run. Reaching their car, it was after they caught their breath. The group watched the video to know if it was some guy wearing a suit or an actual skinwalker they captured. To their surprise, it was the creature of the legend they just spotted and decided to never see again.
No. Hurry up, come on.
Countryside Encounter. A French man was walking with his dog, who usually loves meeting new people. But this time, it refuses to do so, and for all the right reasons. Because not a girl, this was actually a ghost. The strange bald girl wandering in the woods was noticed by the dog, who refused to go closer to her. The girl was seen many times near his van and gave the man a spooky stare.
But just as soon as I got here, just from over there's no track or anything, it's just wood. This girl appeared, dressed kind of like a monk, no shoes, and no hair.
When the last time he saw the girl running around his van, he got scared and decided to leave quickly. He drove away fast without packing his van properly and wondered if he had seen a ghost. But this time, he didn't even dare to go close and left. Winged figure. In Australia, a man sighted something rare on a tree. While he was sitting in his house near the fields of his village, he noticed a big red flying fox. Its glowing eyes and humming wings made it look magical. The man quickly took a video, but the bat flew away, leaving the man wondering what it was. Later, it was reported that a person observed a group of these giant bats through his binoculars near a cave, which is far from the reach of humans. Spooky farmhouse. Some urban explorers found something creepy in an old farmhouse in Cornwall, England. The house once belonged to a man who was very into demonic rituals and magic. As the explorers entered the house, they discovered signs of strange rituals. They saw symbols and items that might have been used for demonic practices. It was like stepping into a different, scary world.
Some sort of ritual's been going down with names and symbols I have never even heard of.
After exploring, they left the place. The farmhouse remained a mysterious spot, holding the secrets of its spooky past. Albino Bigfoot. A traveler witnessed a creature unlike any other in the forest, which shocked him.
Whoa.
He was enjoying nature's beauty and birds chirping in the background. As he walked along, he spotted an albino Bigfoot standing above the bushes. Its fur was white and it had black eyes, which made it quite spooky. Curious to know more, the traveler began to move closer. But as he got nearer, the Bigfoot stepped back. The man tried to chase, but suddenly disappeared into the thick green forest. Exploring Honshu Island. An adventurer went to explore the deep water on Honshu Island, Japan, where he discovered a huge salamander, the biggest amphibian on Earth. Excited and curious, he tried to catch it.
This, I think, is the creature I've been after.
But it was a real challenge as the salamander was too big and strong. During the struggle, the salamander even tried to bite the adventurer to escape. After observing the creature closely, the adventurer decided to release it back into its habitat. It was a unique and thrilling encounter for him. Abandoned house. A youngster went to the forest to solve the mystery of the abandoned houses. There were 2 houses there.
It's pretty wild looking. Definitely really wild looking. And then here's the second.
Entering the first one, he found it empty inside, with signs that someone had lived there before. The second house looked strange from the outside, but inside it was messy. As he went up another floor, which was mostly empty, then climbed colorful stairs to a 3rd floor with submarine-like doors. It was getting dark, so he decided to leave the place and recorded a video, hoping others would enjoy it too. Missing camper. A strange video from Oregon surfaced. A man was camping in the forest when he woke up late at night to hear something outside his tent.
Something right outside the tent. There's something right outside the tent.
It sounded like someone kicking rocks. He stayed in his tent for a while, but then decided to confront whoever was outside. He exited the tent and walked around. Suddenly, a pale creature appeared in the flash of the torch and stood in the middle of the path, and the video cut off. The man who recorded this video has gone missing, and nobody knows what happened to him. Sumatra Encounter. A group of trail motorbikes witnessed something strange in the mountainous forest on the island of Sumatra. They were riding when they noticed a small human-like creature emerging suddenly from the woods. Afterward, they tried to chase it, but it quickly vanished into the lush green fields. The area was too vast for them to search thoroughly for a creature, only 120 centimeters tall. So they decided to continue their journey, wondering what it could have been. Mysterious bones in Brazil. In the dense rainforest of Brazil, an explorer stumbled upon a set of mysterious bones during a journey. These bones had a strange shape and didn't look like any human bones known to science. It showed a skull with a big head and a small mouth. This discovery caused a lot of excitement, especially among scientists. Some even wondered if they could be the remains of aliens. After careful observation, scientists concluded that these bones might have belonged to an alien who visited Earth centuries ago. Dirt octopus. While fixing a cable tower in the forest, an electrician saw something surprising. A creature suddenly appeared from the mud beneath the soil. It looked like an octopus with many arms covered in dust, resembling its surroundings. It was relaxed until it noticed the man and started moving strangely, trying to find its way to return to its habitat. It moved back with speed and disappeared without leaving any trace of its presence. The electrician was amazed by this mysterious creature in the forest. Skunk Ape. In the fields of a Florida forest, a mysterious sighting shook things up. A man was working on the field when he saw an unusual creature crossing the field and recorded the video. Before he could judge what the creature was, it disappeared into the woods. On investigating the neighbors, people said they saw the skunk ape. They called the forest guide, and officers searched the forest, but it seemed that the strange figure went to its secret habitat, haunted Hoya Forest. a place where plants don't grow, and a forest that is said to be one of the most haunted forests in the world. It is the Hoya forest in Romania. This video was recently taken by a hiker who got lost in the vast land and came across the abandoned land. As he tried to find his way out, he stumbled into a strange, round clearing with no trees. Suddenly, a bright light flashed across the sky. Its movement was not like any normal aircraft. The hiker's heart raced as he tried to take a picture, but the light vanished quickly. He noticed odd shapes in the mist and heard whispers from nowhere, which scared the hiker, and he hurried to find his way out of the forest. Tombs of El Marado. Deep in the forest of Guatemala, a mystery unfolds. Archaeologists have unearthed ancient Maya ruins that reveal a story older than one can imagine. An archaeologist has been exploring El Marado for many years to learn about ancient Maya people who lived long ago, even before the famous Maya discovered earlier. These newly discovered Maya were skilled artists and made special things like a war pod with a jaguar claws on it.
Large jaguar paw with an ear spool in the middle. You see the ear spool here.
The team have been using high-tech machines to find clues about a king from that time, but they haven't found anything they're looking for yet. Hanging shoes. In a scenic hiking area lies the Manawali Trail, a favorite spot for many. Recently, something strange caught the attention of locals, making it a bit risky. Hundreds of people walk the trail every day. It's always good to keep places like this clean, but sadly, some hikers left without their shoes, hanging them on the telephone lines. This started with just a few shoes, but soon grew bigger.
I mean, it's, all these shoes, it kind of looks a little ghetto up there or something, but yeah, I think it was, a funny prank that, turned out bad.
Hikers complained that the shoes spoiled the beauty of the trail. The neighborhood noticed and told the company responsible. They took action right away. The company found 71 pairs of shoes hanging up there. Mayan city discovery. Archaeologists in Mexico made an incredible discovery. They dug up a lost city that's older than anyone thought possible. This city was built by the Olmec people who lived in Mexico long before the Maya and Aztecs. The Olmec were around from 1200 to 400 BC, and they were pretty amazing. In this ancient city, the diggers found huge stone heads carved by the Olmec. They also uncovered pyramids and complex water systems. The Olmec even invented ball games that later cultures played too. Scientists call the Olmec the mother culture because they taught so much to other groups like the Maya. As they keep digging, archaeologists are finding more clues about how important the Olmec really are. Hidden temple. An old temple hidden for centuries in Peru has been found by archaeologists. They were studying the Shavan culture and discovered an entrance that was more than 3,000 years old. The Shavan people lived in the Andes Mountains before the Incas. Inside the temple, they found bowls and artwork that give us a peek into how this ancient culture lived. The temple had been closed for safety reasons because it was unstable, but it taught a lot about the past. Nature being wild. A person was walking with his dog when suddenly the weather went wild. A big storm hit and the winds were so strong that it pulled a huge tree right out of the ground and roots. As the wind kept blowing, it lifted the tree like a giant leafy kite. Even people who spent lots of time outdoors were scared by the strange sight. The tree's roots were covered in dirt and soil, making it look like a monster rising from the earth. Later, scientists explained that such strong winds can uproot trees, but still make us feel like strange, mysterious things are happening in nature. Unknown being. A guy living in a remote part of Oregon surrounded by woods recorded something spooky on his camera.
The heck is that? Oh my God.
He had been hearing strange sounds behind his house for days. One night, he decided to find out what it was. As he followed the noise, he saw large glowing eyes in the bushes. The creature had a very thin body and strange facial features. When it tried to get closer to him, the man ran back to his house to stay safe. He went to the basement and called emergency services. When they arrived and checked, they found nothing. Until today, the guy claimed to have never seen the creature again. Miller Bay Hospital. Hidden in the woods near a river in Canada, there was an old hospital with a strange story.
The hospital itself had several different wings. It was like a long structure with wings coming out the sides.
When a man stumbled upon an old building in the forest, he began to search for its history. The caretaker of Miller Bay Hospital shared that it was built during World War II but was never used. Instead, the hospital became a place for Native Americans' new generation who were sick with TB. Children from all over the country were brought to the faraway place. Although it was a hard time, it passed and everyone admitted they were treated. While there are rumors about the place being haunted, as they believe scientists tested some new things there. Today, the empty building standing there is just a memory of the tough past humans have evolved through. Olmec Legacy in Mexico. An explorer heard stories about strange stone faces in the forest. He decided to go on a hike with a local guide to explore the sighting himself. They found it amazing. There were huge stone heads. The tourist guide explained that these giant heads were made by the Olmec people, who lived there a really long time ago, even before the Maya. The Olmec built pyramids, studied the stars, and made rubber from trees. The explorer was amazed to see 17 of these massive stone faces built by the first big rulers in the area. The place is still stated as quite a tourist spot, especially the history lovers who go there often to explain the historical wonders. Ancient discovery. A traveler discovered an ancient site in India that was 5,000 years old. The temple was somewhat broken, but despite the windy and rainy weather, it remained unchanged from long ago. In the courtyard, there was a pond where water from the Krishna River flowed down. The temple had pillars made of stone that were carved with beautiful designs, and even the ceilings displayed elaborate artwork. Inside, there were open corridors decorated with more carved pillars, creating a fairy tale-like atmosphere. After exploring, the traveler was amazed by the ancient temple and shared the video with others. The temple stood as a treasure, preserving its history for everyone to appreciate. Statues of Fengdu Chongqing. In the thick forest of Fengdu Chongqing, many strange sculptures were found. A man lost his way and found these statues in the far-off part of the forest, which looked intense and lifelike. They had faces and shapes that seemed to tell a story, but no one knew exactly why they were made. Experts studied the sculptures to understand more about their history and meaning. Some thought they could be ancient artwork or symbols for keeping things safe. These artifacts remained in the forest, adding to its mysterious charm. Creepy cluster. In a forest in Oregon, a surprising discovery was made. A man was enjoying the beauty of nature when he noticed a harmless fuzzy tree, which turned out to be covered in daddy longlegs, also known as harvestmen. These creatures looked like spiders and were living groups for safety from other animals. Their smell was strong and sticky. The man didn't dare to get too close to investigate further. Eventually, the tree and its harvestmen remained undisturbed, continuing their natural ways in the forest. Giant Anaconda. In the dense Santa Fe National Forest, the team faced a thrilling challenge. While they were on a boat in the Banatu River, one of them saw a huge snake under the bushes right next to the water. They started the hunt, and after nearly slipping away, they successfully caught a gigantic anaconda. It was the largest one they had ever seen. It was over 19 feet long and weighed 300 pounds. After carefully studying the reptile, they safely released the anaconda back into the wild. Surprising encounter. In the Amazon rainforest of South America, a tourist was on a motorboat when he noticed something moving across the lake. On closer look, he realized that it was a Titan boa, a giant snake not seen for centuries. The tourist was excited and amazed by how big and ancient Titan boa looked. So he started recording a video to show the scientists. After a while, Titan boa disappeared into the forest. Researchers quickly came to the area to protect the rare snake and make sure it was safe. Filipino folklore. It is said that Mount Halcon, a forest in the Mindoro region of the Philippines, is full of secrets. One of them got captured on camera. A man passing by the forest encountered a strange creature like a mix of a goat and a dog, with big ears and a whip-like tail walking backward with its head between its hind legs. The man remembered Filipino stories that Sigbin is linked to witchcraft and dark magic. So he left the place immediately for his safety. Wild tribe. Two friends encountered wild beings on their trip to a forest. They heard rumors of a wild tribe living deep in the woods. So they decided to explore and brought food along. Upon reaching the location, they were shocked to find the rumors were true. They encountered wild creatures with long hair roaming the forest. One of them rushed and snatched food from the humans. The friends decided to report the police, but no action was taken because of the dangerous path and bad reputation of the place. Tall bird sighting. Birds are usually small in size, but this strange creature caught the attention of a man while he was walking through the forest. This bird stood out because it was unusually tall and had a sharp beak, which made it look somewhat like a hen, but noticeably different from typical birds. Fascinated by this unusual sight, the man decided to approach for a closer look. However, just as he neared the bird, it disappeared into the depths of the forest, leaving him wondering about the mysterious creature he had encountered. Jumping plant. In the countryside of South Korea, a gardener recorded a video of a jumping plant. As he dug around to make space for new plants, the roots jumped from the soil like a restless worm. This incident surprised the gardener. It was a ginseng plant known for its medical benefits. The video went viral and similar videos started coming from different regions of South Korea and China. The reason for this phenomenon is unknown, yet it amazed the world, giving a fairy garden video. Giant crocodile. While exploring the forest, a man found a strange shape made of rocks on a mountain. At first, he thought it was a crocodile with an open mouth trying to find its prey. But then he realized it was just a structure that looked like one with a spooky eye. He felt relieved, but remembered stories of a big crocodile seen in the forest at night. So he decided to leave. The man was amazed by how creative nature can be. Humanoid in woods. A woodcutter was busy with his work when he noticed an unknown figure on the other side. It had a humanoid structure standing far away. The woodcutter decided to capture it on camera. When he zoomed in, he saw an odd creature with brownish skin matching the surface like camouflage. While the woodcutter was observing it from top to bottom, a cyclist passing by diverted his attention. As he looked back at the spot, the figure had disappeared in the woods. Satanic Ritual.
Dude, I don't want to camp. I don't want to camp anymore.
Yeah, but there's nothing we can camp.
Dude.
Two cyclists were having an exciting adventure that turned into a scary experience. After swimming, they decided to find a good spot to set up their camp in the woods. It was very dark, which made it hard to find the perfect place. While searching, one of them noticed a strange symbol on the ground surrounded by candles. The man checked it out and realized someone had been performing a satanic ritual there. He decided to film what was left behind. His friend got scared and told him to stop.
Dude, I don't want to camp. I don't want to camp anymore.
Yeah, but there's nothing we can camp.
Dude.
But he didn't want to, so he decided to leave the place to save his life. As he left the area, he heard weird noises behind. Sharp traps. Police arrested suspects from the Pretty Hiking Trail in Utah. Two guys placed dangerous traps on the trail. These traps were made with heavy rocks and sharp sticks that could have hurt someone badly.
It makes me sad that, some people choose to, do things that will hurt other people.
Luckily, a Forest Service officer found the traps before any major incident and caught the men responsible for it. Upon investigating, men said that they wanted to catch animals using the trap. Tank in mud. Deep in Poland's Water River lies a hidden treasure from World War II. Using special sonar technology, researchers discovered something unexpected buried in the riverbed: a perfectly preserved British Valentine tank. This tank dates back to the intense final months of fighting on the Eastern Front. Its story is quite fascinating. Originally made in Britain, it was later sent to the Soviet Red Army. In 1945, during combat, the tank was hit by enemy fire and sank into the river. Remarkably, being submerged in mud helped protect it from rusting away over the years, and is currently undergoing preservation and study. Unexpected finding. At the bottom of the coal mine, archaeologists discovered something unexpected. A team of Serbian archaeologists found ancient Roman ships about 9 miles from a town called Pazarvik. The ships were found in the remains of a city that's around 2,400 years old. These boats come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and were surprisingly well preserved. They were buried deep under the ground, where huge coal digging machines work every day. It's a mystery because the rocks around them are much older, around 7,000 years old. These ships are under investigation, but this discovery confused the scientists. Ruins of war. 2 explorers visited a Polish town in Poland where they discovered a secret buried a long time ago. The town was badly damaged during World War II. The town got fixed up over time, but the old battleground outside stayed the same for almost 70 years. The explorers began digging and found some surprising things. They also found old shell cases and other items that showed how difficult life was for soldiers back then. People aren't allowed to go there now because there might still be dangerous items on the ground. It's also kept off limits to protect the history buried there. Strange skull. For centuries, people have talked about big, hairy creatures living in wild places all over the world. Recently, a local news story said a huge black hairy animal was spotted in the woods. So, a team of explorers decided to hunt for it in the forest. As the team was searching for a Bigfoot, one of them surprisingly found a strange skull in the riverbed. They carefully dug it out and saw it had a hole in its head. They decided to leave it in the woods and go home. But one of them secretly took the skull with him. Invisible sculptures. A man was taking a walk along the beautiful forest of Scotland when he spotted something amazing that made him feel like he was in a different world. What he found were invisible sculptures made by an artist. These artworks were made of shiny stainless steel and hung between 2 trees with almost invisible wires. They looked like they magically blended into the forest. These sculptures were special because they reminded people how they affect nature. Over time, more and more people heard about these sculptures. They became famous and were carefully kept as part of the forest history. They inspired many visitors who came to see the magical woodland in Scotland. Bunker's secret. A curious explorer and his son went to an underground bunker when a secret was revealed to them. It was from the Second World War, which has been left for 2 to 3 decades. As they explored, they saw strange rooms, old equipment, air filters, an old typewriter, and a safe with secret documents. It was like stepping back in time. The explorer felt dizzy, and his phone stopped working. The noises and dark corners made the adventure thrilling, but they felt uneasy and quickly left the place. Island of Dolls. Isla de las Minques, an island in Mexico, gives chills to those who visit it. Lots of dolls are hung up all over the island. It all started when a girl drowned there while a man tried to save her but failed. So he started hanging dolls to make the girl's spirits happy. Strangely, the man passed away there too, and the locals blame the dolls for this. Nobody has ever dared to remove the dolls from the island. They are still there. Forest discovery. A man-made unique discovery in the center of the woods. There was an abandoned German aircraft from the 1960s, a Dornier 328 found in an unstable condition inside. The plane lacked seats and the cockpit was too small. Upon thorough inspection, the man discovered that even the wings of the plane were missing, suggesting it hadn't crashed there. So who put it there? Unfortunately, it remains a mystery till today how such an old plane ended up in the middle of the woods and remain undiscovered. Subscriber pick. One of the subscribers has sent us a video showing a Bigfoot across the river. Fishermen were recording the view of the nearby wooded shoreline when they noticed a large fur-covered creature walking on two legs emerging from the forest. It walked along the shore for several seconds before disappearing back into the trees. Fishermen decided not to disturb its habitat as it was a rare figure and left the place. The video became a topic of discussion as people wondered about the creature and its origins. This video is unique of its kind. Have you ever encountered any such thing? Do share your experience with us and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.